So once you join ROTC, is it a guarantee that you're going to get chose or earn a contract to commission into the Army? Like, what is that process like? Once you join and the time has come, whether or not you're going to actually commission.
So there's probably going to be some naysayers, but in my position, because I came in, I was selected as an ADO, which means I was active duty the entire time. And in those instances, like, you're going to commission as something. All you have to do is, like, pass your classes and make sure you pass the requirements for ROTC. Like, unless you do something crazy that gets you kicked out of the military, you're still under UCMJ when you're going through ROTC.
Right. Because you were active when you went through ROTC.
Right.
Okay.
So you still fall under all the civilian and the military, the rules and laws.
Right.
But in that sense, like, not to say that it's not hard, and I definitely stress, but it's very hard also to kind of get kicked out of the program in that sense, because there's so much invested, and really all you have to do is be on your grind and pass. But for the progression option, where you come in, let's say you're trying to do a 4-year degree, and you were in the reserves before, or like you're out now, and you come in that way, there's so much more that you have to go through, and it's not necessarily guaranteed until you get into your MS3 year. So your two most important years for ROTC are your MS3 year and your MS4 year. And your MS3 year is where you're going to get, like, the bulk of your OML points. That's where you're going to get the bulk of, like, everything that counts against you and stacks against you.
What is OML?
It's a order of merit list. Okay. So there's going to be certain categories where, like, oh, I volunteered this many hours, and you get points for that. And then at the end, they rack and stack all your points, and they take into consideration, like, what jobs you said you wanted to do, what you take a test now. My class was the first class to go through talent-based branching, which is what the Army is gearing towards now.
Right.
To fix the retention problem.
Okay.
So they take all that data, and then that's how you get branched. But when you're an MS1 and you're starting off on that base, and a lot of times it's 19-year-olds just coming in from high school who think they want to do this, and they don't have any background experience, or it's people on the reserve side who want to make a change, and they have to fight. They have to fight for that active duty slot against everybody else. They're going to get racked and stacked against everybody else. They're going to get racked and stacked against those who already do have that ADO, because there's a certain percentage and a certain number that are going to get through, and the rest are going to be commissioned on, like, a reserve side of the house, or maybe a guard side of the house. So, yes, in some instances, it's, not to say automatic, because you can screw it up, but for the most part, it just depends what route you take to get in.
It's on you whether or not.
It's on you. It really is on you.
You got to mess it up pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay. So